Qualifier between the Wildcats and Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. The winner goes through to the semis. The loser will have one life left.
Look out on this court. There's talent everywhere. It's the best of the best. Point guard, big men. I can't wait for this game to start.
Here comes Pinder!
Oh dear.
Foxwell for Low! Malik Lewis takes to the sky! Bang! Nathan Sobey comes up big.
Almanza showing some ball skills. Oh, goodness me.
Matt Hurt. That is tough.
Oh, Bryce Cotton! My goodness me.
Bryce Cotton cannot be stopped!
What a treat we are in for tonight. Two MVP finalists go head-to-head. Bryce Cotton for the Perth Wildcats, the newly crowned Andrew Gaze MVP, and Matt Hurt, Duke alum in his first season for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Two guys going head-to-head tonight in a huge, huge game. As always, it's a pleasure to have your company. I'm Kelsey Brown, here with Damien Martin and Leonard Copen. Damien, I want to know, big game out here in the West. What are you most looking forward to?
Oh, I'm looking forward to the guys showcasing their skill set and being able to bring that mental toughness when it matters. You know, all the individual work you do during the off-season to improve your game, all the stuff you do as a team in the pre-season, the roller coaster that is the regular season, ignore all that. This is why you play team sport. It's for the business end of the season, and certain players step up when the brightest of lights are on. I can't wait to see who those players are.
Two very talented teams, great coaches. Either one of these teams can go really far in the finals. The one difference is one team has an MVP and the other team doesn't. They got to find a way to stop Bryce Cotton.
Well, regardless, it's going to be a huge game tonight. We know there is always a lot of news happening around the league, and there's no one better to tell us about it than Lockie Reed. He's standing courtside.
Yeah, good on you, Kelsey, in the dark as well, which is a pretty good look for me. But there is breaking news, and no doubt about it, this is going to have a huge impact on this playoff campaign. Xavier Cooks won't be playing on Thursday night for the Sydney Kings. I'll tell you a little bit about it because there has been a statement that has been released, and this says a mandatory provisional suspension has been imposed on Xavier Cooks following notification to him by the Sports Integrity Australia of an adverse analytical finding and potential violation of the Australian National Anti-Doping Policy. Huge news. He will not take part on Thursday. He's possibly their best player. He's possibly the best player in the competition when he's up and about. A massive blow for the Sydney Kings. Kels?
Yeah, that is a massive, massive blow for the Sydney Kings. But that's the negatives out of the way. I want to hear about the positives. Bryce Cotton, newly crowned Andrew Gaze MVP for the 5th time. He's 8 consecutive times he has been an MVP finalist. He's won 5 of them, Damien.
He's just sensational. I was in the room last night when he was crowned for his 5th MVP award. He's humble, he's down to earth, he's grounded, he's the ultimate teammate, but he's a competitor and he is full of confidence in his own ability. And you see the performances he's put in since stepping foot in Australia. Back in 2017, he came in late. 2018, he's getting that first ever MVP of his.
Let me tell you something. He's the best of the best. He's done it year after year after year. No one's been able to stop him. I remember when he got off the plane, his first game was against the Sydney Kings, and he gave us numbers, Damo. We had no one for him, and I knew he was going to be a great player ever since then.
He has been outstanding this season. He's broken so many records at 59 points earlier in the season. That's one end of the court. That's Bryce Cotton. On the other end, we've spoken about Matt Hurt. Matt Hurt has come out here in his first season, and he's put up incredible numbers.
He's absolutely brilliant. What a find for Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. I remember the last time these two teams met only a couple of weeks ago. That first quarter, he was unguardable. He was Larry Bird-esque with the turnaround fadeaways in the post. And the way he comes about his points, he makes it hard to go and double team off him because he's so creative with his scoring ability and he's a willing facilitator. He does not force any of his shot attempts.
He is fantastic. I've been saying this all year. I love the way he plays. He's calm. He doesn't chase the ball. The ball has to come to him. He needs the ball more often. They need to get him going early. You get him going early, it opens it up for all the other guys on the outside.
Well, we know there's plenty on the line tonight. The winner goes through and finalises a spot in the semi-final against Melbourne United, and there is so much at stake here. Matt Hurt, I can't wait to see him get underway today. I reckon he's going to have a big impact on this game. We have so close to being underway. Let's get over to Lockie Reed for the starting five.
Good on you, Kels. The starting five presented by Hahn Ultra Zero Carb. How good. And let's take a look for the Perth Wildcats, once again going with their big guns. Been a bit of a change in recent games. It's worked well for them. Keanu Pinder will be in the centre. Dylan Windler, good to see him back from injury. He's had a couple of games now to get himself in touch. And of course, for the visitors, we're also keen to see a great starting five for them. Hahn is looking after us. Nathan Sobio and Foxwell, well, a terrific season. A really good finish. He was fantastic here a couple of weeks back as well. He's got the big task of trying to stop Bryce Cotton. And of course, Hurt, we know what a superstar he is, combining with Jordan Hunter. The fans will stand. First game at this Challenge Stadium, the old jungle, since 2012. It was a grand final game, game 2. The Breakers and the Wildcats. But we're underway here, and this is finals time underway in Perth. Sobey with it, Henschel trying to curb him. The ball movement good, back into the hands of Sobey. That would have been the perfect start, and the ball trying to be kept in play. It'll be a Wildcats ball. Foxwell not happy with that call, but wow, it'll be the Cats ball.
Wow, he's throwing it already. First play of the game.
Straight into it, Josh King, and a little smile on the face as well.
He's not messing around today, bro.
The old every possession matters. We're seeing it right now. Although I've got to give credit to Foxwell, he would look flabbergasted when it got called that's in the favour of the Perth Wildcats. So I've got a feeling, without even having seen the replay, that this one might be a
straight away
challenge.
Foxwell was like shaking his head, going, come on, that's our ball. So here it is here. This is the coach's challenge. Although, did Foxwell touch it there? Might be able to see here. Oh, good luck with that one. Might be hard to overturn.
I tell you what, if I'm a coach and my player, come on, man.
Well,
are you serious? Foxwell,
unsuccessful.
He may not play again tonight. I'm putting him on the bench. No more minutes.
So it's not a great start for the visitors, but they can turn it around by getting some points on the board.
I got to meet Mr. and Mrs. Foxwell recently over at Ballarat. They're watching their other son. They've got 3 very talented basketballs. Honest family. I'm going to go ahead and say that was just a bad angle.
That's it.
Bad angle.
So he's right in the face and in the grill of Cotton, who travels. Good defence. G was good a couple of weeks back when he was playing on Cotton. I know Cotton got away in that 4th term, but up until the 3-quarter, Benier and Foxwell were terrific.
Yeah, that 1-2 punch, they were relentless, picking up full court, trying to turn him in the background, in the backcourt, just trying to wear him down in the hope that the fatigue might have been a factor. But in that game, it wasn't, but they were fantastic.
Sobey with a floater.
Making it tough.
Nice little floater there from Nathan Sobey. 2 points on the board already. Henschel. Pass inside to Pinder. Got 2 to go against, and he's up to the challenge.
That's tough.
He scores the 2 and was fouled. So Hurt with an early foul, and Pinder goes to the line. Keanu Pinder, 71% from the foul line. He's got the 1 shot.
You guys were speaking earlier about Foxwell guarding Cotton. You're right, they got a couple of guards and come off the bench and give him some defensive prowess, just being all over Cotton, making it tough. Now, he's got to still do his thing, but if you can just wear him down a little bit, it gives you an edge.
Well, he scored against Adelaide, didn't he? 22 points, Foxwell, but tonight he needs to probably sacrifice his game a little bit and just say, well, if I can keep Cotton to 20-odd, then we win the game. So, Hurt with that fade away, doesn't go. Is there any advantage, disadvantage in being in this venue, Damo? As Doolittle passes into the corner, Windler had a heap of time and landed the blow.
Unselfish play by Doolittle. He could have very easily gone up and laid that thing up.
No, at the end of the day, it's still the same length of basketball court. The ring is still 10 foot higher, and they've still got the advantage of the Red Army in the crowd, even if it's smaller numbers overall.
It is smaller in number. 4,500 can fit in the house. There's certainly not that here Here's Cotton, looked inside, decided to shoot. And there he is, the MVP with some early action. 9-2 the score.
What I don't like early is the ball in Sobey's hands so much so early, because then it becomes about him doing his thing without getting other guys involved.
Big block from Windler. They got all the energy at the moment. He takes on Hunter, couldn't make it go. He'll get the rebound. Pinder charging through, held himself in the air to get the shot away for a 2. 11-zip run for the Wildcats. Pass inside, not so good. Here's the Amy replay. Lots of threes going Perth's way. Windler with the first.
Yeah, unselfish play there by Doolittle to find the extra player. And then Bryce Cotton, he's just picked up from where he left off in the last month of the regular season. He's brought into the postseason.
So Glover comes on. A little bit of composure needed here from the Phoenix. As Bryce steps back, pinned up, tempted for 3. Probably a little early in the game for him to be hoisting him up, and he's drawn the foul though.
And I think this has been one of the biggest differences in Keanu Pinder's last 3 or 4 games, is earlier in the season he would have taken that open 3. Instead, he's going off the dribble, he's backing his athleticism, he's trying to find different ways to get to the ring. And he's been rewarded with that aggressive play by a couple of freebies coming up.
Jordan Hunter called for that foul. Drops the first.
The one thing Southeast Melbourne can't do is get caught up in Perth's game, which is getting it and going with it. Yeah. Bryce making a couple of threes. And another thing as well is, if there's a high pick and roll, you got to have a man up. You can't be in drop, because Cotton will eat you apart.
Wieskamp, need him to fire. That one a little firm. Well played by Hurt though. He got himself in good position, but it was stolen out of his hands. Henschel into the front court. Glover onto him. Pinder this time decides the 3.
Wow. I'm expecting a timeout real soon.
Well, it's a 16-point run for the Perth Wildcats. It was Phoenix, I'm sure, who scored the first points of the game. So Josh King just keeping going with this lineup, and they will get a foul here and go to the line to hopefully stop the run. But he's backing in his players at the moment, Tomo.
Well, he's already worn a timeout, so this is the tricky position about using a coach's challenge, not being successful, because they've already used 1 timeout, only 3 minutes 20 into the game. You don't necessarily want to use a second.
Foxwell to the line. Gets his first, so Pinder leading the way with 10 points. It's been an amazing start to a game. It was a little like Hurt last time they were in, not this building, but RAC Arena. He just started on fire. He looked unstoppable. Things can change pretty quickly, though. 12-point margin. Doolittle to Pinder. Moved his feet a fair bit there, so yes, that is a travel. So better defence on that occasion, Jordan Hunter. Looks like Pinder's pretty keen to take him on, try and get him in some early foul trouble. He's got the 1 so far. Foxwell, that time shoots away. But with the ball in hand early, little bit of an elbow. Oh, Pinder flying through, still gets it in.
Wow.
Jeepers. Keanu is killing it right now. Doolittle up against Hurt, stripped out of his hands. Henschel kept it in play. Doolittle against Hurt, and another 2 points. An amazing start to this game. 20 points in less than 5 minutes of basketball. Foxwell. Glover. Keen to attack the wrap. Nice pass inside. Doolittle came from behind. Henschel's on the far side. Poor pass, though, from Cotton. Good steal from Hurt. That'll give him some confidence. Hurt need this. Hunter. Keen to take everyone on. There's lots of hands in there, and he shakes his head as the ball rolls over the baseline. It'll still be a Phoenix ball. A couple of changes for both teams. What a phonetic start, though.
The Wildcats are doing it at the defensive end. We see Benny Henschel go to the bench for a well-earned rest. He's got a couple of steals to his name. Dylan Windley's got a couple of blocks. They're getting stops at one end, which leads to that transition as the hardest part of the game to stop, in particular when you've got so many scorers like the Wildcats.
There we go. There's a nice one for the Phoenix. Little three-pointer for Glover. Pinder again. Lewis got it. Windler all over him. Benair now with it to Lewis. Can the young gun shine on the big stage? The pass across court, not so good.
Josh King's brought in. Sorry, Josh King's brought in that second unit. Hopefully they can come in with some energy.
Let's go to Annalie, courtside. Annalie?
You wouldn't know that the Wildcats haven't been playing here all year the way that they've been shooting the ball. The atmosphere is absolutely amazing down here. The sixth man of the Red Army, they haven't missed a beat. Although I'm sure they're annoyed about the lack of seats, they're showing out in full swing.
Good on you, Annalie. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it's been a good sub for the Phoenix because Glover's been really aggressive.
I think Ayers hurt his shoulder.
Hurt his shoulder. Kels will be all over that. She's actually standing right next to him. As Glover just couldn't finish the play, but I've liked his start. It's been aggressive, exactly what his team needed. Webster stepping back. Shot won't go.
By no means are they out of this game. I mean, yeah, big score, but just calm it down and get a good shot every time down the floor.
Good pass. Lewis again, another three. Good response from the visitors. They're back in it. 8 points now the margin. And the pressure good here. Might force a turnover. No. Just got it in time.
And look who stepped up, Angus Glover. He's been in this position before. He knows how to win championships and knows how to come up with big plays. He's had a significant influence on this resurgence early in this game.
Lewis will back it on Webster, and there's an obvious foul there. On tight. There's Benair. Kels, you're right next to Benair, and looks a little sore for him.
I was visibly in pain, grimacing a lot. He seems to have calmed down now. They were testing that shoulder, but now it seems to be a little bit more into the neck. I reckon he'll be okay to return to the game, but I'll keep an eye on it.
He's a tough little nugget. He'll be right. As Glover again goes for three.
Man.
Beauty!
He's been tough. He's been tough.
Up to 8 points already for Angus Glover.
8 points. They've trimmed it to 5. It got out to 14. So it silenced the fans after a bright start from the red team. Almanza, that'll be a little short, and another rebounds. Sobey taking on Almanza, looks for the pass out wide. Here he is again. Oh!
Here we go.
Another three for Angus Glover. Lots of high fives.
Man.
And he is red hot right now. That is a ripping shot.
Willie Bright on that side of the floor.
My goodness, 2 points down the margin. How things can change in a game of basketball. Let's tune in now to Southeast, maybe. We'll just try and sneak in, although a few boys are in the way at the moment. A little secretive. John Riley's got a few words to say, but let's go to Annalie, who caught up with Bryce Cotton pre-game.
Hey, congratulations on your MVP. Talk to us about what that means to you and that type of acknowledgement from the league.
It's a huge honor. Just kind of tells me how long I've been in the league, I guess. These 9 years have flown by, but to do this in my first 9 seasons is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think the league's seen anything like that in anybody's first 9 seasons, so it's a true blessing.
Well, it's 20-18. What an amazing start. So, first 5 minutes completely dominated by Perth, and then the next 2 and a bit, it's been all Phoenix.
And credit to Southeast because they didn't blow a time out to try and regroup and get back into it. The players figured out with some substitutions.
Here's Webster taking on the defender, won't go. Wagstaff picking up off the turf. And Cotton's fouled. And he'll go to the line. Little saw too.
Copes, I'm looking at you.
I don't know about
Say
that.
it, mate.
I don't know about that one. I love him. He's MVP. Man, well, I've been around long enough to know MVPs get those calls. Speaking of that, Josh King walked past and said, make sure you mention the last 2 times we played here, it was 51-20 free throw count. I said, okay, I'll mention it. He goes, make sure you tell him I said it. I said, okay, no problem, my friend.
A couple of points for Rice. That's a courtside to Kelsey for a game inside thanks to Hahn. Ultra Zero Carb, how good, Kels?
Josh King was super happy with that bench unit that he put in. Angus Glover, Matt Kenyon, even Malik Lewis. He said to those guys, great job on getting the ball moving. And he spoke about offensively, just trying to slow it down a little bit. He reckons that they were playing at their pace too often. So he'll be back on court now. I'm interested to see how he goes in this one. Annalie, anything from John Riley?
You like behind the ring. Runs in his faces. Underneath faces too.
We'll get to Adderley in just a moment as Nathan Sobey goes to the line. It is loud in here, or it has been loud. 2 minutes remaining. It's a 4-point ball game. This is what finals and play-ins and playoffs are all about. This is a qualifier when it goes through to the semis. And the loser will have one more crack at it.
You want to have the mindset, though, that this is an elimination final.
Yep.
I know it's technically not that, it's far from it, but the reality is you win tonight, you can rest up and start preparing for a semi-final matchup, opposed to having to go through another game in a short turnaround.
Well, that's a little unusual for Nathan Sobey. Misses both burgers for the fans of the Perth Wildcats. Floater is the word. Make sure you get involved. They're tasty, the old burgers. Had one today, we don't know. Was feeling a little peckish. Should have thought I was popping Hungry Jack's. Hungry Jack's is right opposite Channel 10 where I work. Oh, it's just a 3-minute walk. Love it. Love it. So, one of my workmates actually went 3 times in one day to Hungry Jack's. He had breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Oh, me, oh, my.
Yeah.
On behalf of Lockie to bring it back. That's what he's leaving out of the story.
Love a good burger, don't you worry about that. Flow to the word is Bryce will throw it back into play. Wants it back. Bogdanovic up against him. Bryce, that one rattles around. Lewis just sliding through. That was far too easy.
That was tough. We're going to finish with the left.
Yeah. Here's Wagstaff shooting away. Really gone dry, the Perth Wildcats. That'll get a nice little one underneath for Almanza, but things dried up very quickly for him in the last 3 minutes. Defense and energy from the Phoenix has been terrific. Look at the passing as well.
Oh, Lordy.
Hits the 3 and he'll go to the line for one more.
He is on fire.
Can tie up the game. Angus Glover has 14 points in the first quarter, and he came on at about the 7-minute mark. Incredible.
Just a beautiful stroke. Full of confidence, and they're getting him the ball when he's open.
He makes it a 4-point play, and we're all tied up as well.
The last 2 have been deep threes as well. Yeah. It's not foot just behind the line, it's deep NBA range.
There'll be a foul. That's a little costly one, though. Josh King not happy with it.
Have you ever met a coach that's happy with a foul?
No, that's true.
Now, while we've got a bit of downtime, Locke,
Yeah.
we're talking about how nice it is to be back at the formerly named Challenge Stadium. One of my favourite stories revolves around you when you're courtside commentator here. Do you mind sharing what happened when you got a warning from the NBL if you were to leave your seat the following game?
Yes, I was told I would be fined if I left my seat as the courtside announcer. So I decided that, because I usually walked around and jumped around and acted like an idiot, and so I decided to tie a chair to my backside.
Don't wait.
And then put a rope to the area where I usually have to sit and just walked around the stadium with the seat on. Didn't get fined, Glenard, as Sobe goes to the line and he'll get another one. So this is a chance here for Phoenix to actually take the lead. He made the first points of the game. It's been a bit of a battle since, but gee, they've been terrific. That's the first.
I know you can get louder than that, Perth.
So has it just been the Phoenix that have turned this game? I mean, Glover is the one, isn't it? But their energy's changed. What's changed from Perth's perspective?
Well, from Perth's perspective, they're not getting the easy looks they were because they're not getting stops at the other end. So when they're able to get stops, get out and run, they looked absolutely incredible. Then all of a sudden, Southeast start getting a bit of ball movement. Obviously, Angus Glover gets substituted in and just gone another level with those 15 points. It's so much easier to score after stops, and now the Wildcats have got to figure out how they can get back to that early form.
Here's Doolittle spinning around and drops in a two.
There's a massive difference, though, from the last game we called, fellas. They're not in drops.
Yeah.
So when Cotton's coming off that screen, the big man's right there in his face. As soon as he makes that cut, there's somebody standing there.
And Glover keep this right spark going. He
No.
decides to go long again. That was actually on target. There'll be a rebound and a foul against Vodanovic, and Jesse will be walked from one end of the court to the other.
That was a heat check.
You knew it was going up, though.
27-26, Glover leading the way with 15 points. Gianni Binder with 12. A couple of fouls for Ty Webster and 3 fouls for Tom Vodanovic. So Jesse comes on. And drops them both. So we've got a sub who's keen to get amongst the action to try and get the last possible score of this quarter. Here's Lewis to Sobe, to Glover. Why not put it in this man's hands? He hands it off. Crazy stuff. Sobe to set the play up. Against Wagstaff, still gets it in.
Oh, that's tough.
That is real tough stuff. And it's 29-28 here inside the old jungle. Hope you're enjoying all the action.
Hot start for the Wildcats out here in the original jungle. It's the Wildcats by 1 after the Phoenix clawed back from a 16-point deficit. From the hands of Angus Glover, 4 threes from deep in that first quarter to bring them back into it. Annalie, you were listening into John, really?
Yeah, look, he had a timeout just before quarter time where he was talking about being mindful of who they're defending, finding the hot shooters, and Glover then came out and hit another one. So I don't think they executed quite that, but in this break, it was more about focusing on their defense and then regrouping offensively to take good shots.
Double turn comes for Bryce Cotton. Doolittle will miss that one. Sobey with the rebound. Chelsea summing it up nicely. 4 of 5 from 3 for Angus Glover. 55% from the three-point line for Southeast Melbourne Phoenix to start the game.
I'd love to see them get Matt Hurt involved.
Here's Sobey. He's fouled. And he'll go to the line.
And Doolittle knew he fouled. He just walked off.
Yeah, Soap stopped on a dime. Doolittle was still moving, took out his legs. Coach, you just pointed this out to me. Have a look at what the players are doing one pass away defensively for Southeast Melbourne. Typically, you're in denial, you don't really help off. But instead, when Bryce Cotton has the ball, they're hedging, they're getting back, they're trying to make him second-guess himself by almost playing 1.5 players on him at times.
And that's what Adelaide didn't do, and that's why he was so hot in that game last week.
He heads to the line. No surprise, though, this one was going to be a roller coaster. In the last game they played, it was 100-99. It was an absolute thriller. Cats just pretty much finished the game in the fourth term, 34-22 in the last quarter. 15 lead changes. Scores were tied 9 times. So these two teams are very similar, aren't they? Whether they're home or away.
Very talented, through and through. Great coaches. They love to run the ball, get it up and down. So yeah, you're right. They're very similar.
So Sobey is looking the goods as well. If he comes to play, it's danger signs for Perth. He's got 9. As the pass inside will be fed to Doolittle. He's under pressure though. Good defence from the bigs. And the points will drop. Henschel drawed the foul. Foxwell with the foul. Let's go courtside to Kelsey for a game inside thanks to Hahn Ultra Zero Carb. How good's?
Positive signs for Southeast Melbourne. Phoenix have clawed their way back into this, and without the help of Matt Hurt, 0 points for the first quarter. He hasn't had many looks. Leonard, what do you think needs to happen to get Matt Hurt into the game? Even though 31 apiece at the moment, he needs to get involved.
You're right, Kelsey. And I think, though, Perth is smart. They know if Matt Hurt gets going, they're going to have a problem. So what they're doing is they got Doolittle on him, but as soon as he catches that ball, it seems like they're crowding the area.
Here he is now. The man you don't want to see get going, and here it is. He heard you, Kels, and said, I'll drop a little fade away.
And Damo, you spoke about him being Larry Bird-esque. That shot looked just like Larry Bird.
You can start putting more plays in the keyway in case he beats his defender off the dribble, but instead, on that type of fadeaway, you can't run someone at him. That's just a world-class shot.
How about you blokes, you know? Putting Larry Bird in a sentence with an NBL player, and then Mike Wells was putting Michael Jordan in a sentence with Bryce Cotton.
Old school.
Big
old
time.
School, baby, old school.
Now.
These young players don't get it.
I used to be compared to Leonard Copeland. That Lockie Reed was no Leonard Copeland as Sobey will get it flushed in by Hunter. And a delayed game warning after he dunked it in. So 35-33. Here it is again on the Amy replay. Hunter was there, perfect position.
That call always amazes me. Technically, I think he almost speeds it up by passing it to the rest of them. Let's get going.
So Doolittle is fouled.
He's so strong and patient on that box.
Predict the perfect NBL 25 brackets. Your chance to win a jersey signed by the NBL 25 champions. or an NBL stored jersey, head to nbl.com.au/win or scan the QR code to play. There it is there, nbl.com.au/win. You can scan it away.
Can't hold him. Gotta let him move.
So Doolittle.
Do you understand you're talking to the MVP there? You better calm down, bro. What's wrong with you? Cotton said, I don't understand.
Sobey and the reaching in from Pinder will be called. I'll just confer whether... Yeah, Pinder called for that one.
There's a great thing called peripherals. We can do stuff up here.
Wildcats 10 and 12 from the free throw line. As we see Nathan Sobey go there, they're currently 8 of 11, but it feels like we're spending a lot of the time at the charity stripe.
And you mentioned Josh King did talk a lot about, especially after the last game, about going to the foul line. Huge advantage to Perth in the last game in particular. That one misses. Middle will take it. The old little bit of pressure on the refs. Your old coach Trevor Gleeson was the master at that. He'd work over the media during the week. Sobey finds Wieskamp, settles, couldn't drop it. Pinder wants to dish it off. Foxwell quick to go straight to Cotton. On his left, under pressure, and Hurts got the foul.
Demands so much respect. Everyone thinks they can help.
We're so worried about the hesitation blow by that your stance isn't quite right in case he stops and pops. And so you're just slightly out of position. You try to do the right thing by contesting, but you've got no power left in the legs because you're sliding backwards at the time.
So a couple of fouls for Matt Hurt. 2 points, 2 fouls at this stage. That one misses. Sobey, ball in hands. Pressure comes from Henschel. Now it's a one-on-one game as Sobey shoots away. Very firm. Windler takes the boards. Glover onto him. Cotton. Looked for Wagstaff. Decided to go to Doolittle. Barged his way through and still scored.
Southeast Melbourne have gone away from what got them back in the game. I mean, now it's all one-on-one. Before that, it was swing, 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 and they got Glover on the wide-open shot.
Doolittle nails that one. Pass into the corner. Another pass inside was really good and fouled. Going to the rack is Hurt. He scores the 2 and goes to the line again.
And great pass by Sobey, unselfish pass.
Yeah, that was a beauty, wasn't it, on the Amy replay? This is what this guy needs, isn't it? A couple of shots from the foul line, scored the 2. Got a couple of fouls which might put him off the touch.
You got to get those. You got to keep those bigs involved. You want them to rebound. You want them to play defense. You want them to get up in there on those cotton screens.
Well, Doolittle's just decided to take over at the moment. A lot of the offensive side of the game of the Wildcats is going through his hands. 3 points the margin. Hurt with the mismatch on Cotton. Now he's got Wagstaff. He'll like this. Maneuvers his way in and gets the 2.
He knows how good he is, too. He knows it.
Yeah.
So they had Glover kickstart him after a really slow start. Sobey took over for a period of time, and now Hurt's getting himself amongst the action. You need 3 or 4 weapons, don't you, throughout a game?
Absolutely. That's generally what happens with the good teams, too, you know? We've seen Adelaide do it the other night.
There's a miss there. A couple of foul shots missing for both teams. Doolittle again. He's just eyeing the basket. I don't think he knows there's anybody else out on the court, but it doesn't matter. Big bustling do scores the 2.
This is a grown man move, isn't it?
It's a complete transformation mid-season. It's not like he started the season this way, and at some time during the regular season there was a moment or something happened through a game where I think he figured it all out, where he can use his size, his strength, his patience, and the mid-range game is dead. No, he loves it. He shoots it very efficiently, and if he can get all the way to the ring, he's happy to keep backing down and backing down. It's amazing what he's done at the back end of this regular season, and with him putting on this type of performance, Keanu Pinder, who was the Wildcats' best player early in the game, can continue to sit with those 2 fouls. JR doesn't have to pick and choose whether he risks a third in the first half.
Do you think there was a conversation from really to say we need you to score a little bit more, or because Pinder was down? Because you're right, Doolittle just changed all of a sudden, man. It came from nowhere.
I think so. I think they brought him out here for a reason. They loved what they saw in year 1. They signed him up quickly for a second season as an import for the Wildcats, and I think just of what they've seen at training, they realised this is good enough to be brought into the game.
Here he is again.
Scenarios, and on cue.
Oh, dear.
Oh, man. They got a problem. They got to find a way to stop him.
Yeah, he's got 16 points now. Pinder on 12. Cotton on 8. Here's a man who's also had a great start to his game. Glover, 17. Glover, time ticking away. 5 on the shot clock. Lewis really had to shoot, and he didn't mind. He accepted the challenge and finished off the play with a 3. Expecting a big first half score as Cotton gets fouled. Just found that little bit of a gap. Snuck through. Fair few fouls, Damo, from both teams. 13 for the Phoenix, 10 for the Wildcats. It's playoff basketball though, isn't it? Gets a little more brutal, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Flagstaff seen all kinds of playoff basketball.
Yes.
Like in the Vlahoff days, when if you tried to drive through the lane on that kind of stuff, you're coming out with a knot on your head.
Yeah. I remember Peter Crawford telling a story about the old Wildcats and saying that he was an 18-year-old playing at Townsville, and he said whenever you drove to the basket, if you got past, Ricky, you had to get past Fisher, and if you got past Fisher, that was amazing because then Vlahoff was there to finish you off.
That's exactly right. And he's not alive.
Here's Sobey. Good pass inside. Hurts.
Oh,
scores!
He is tough. He is tough, and he's feeling it.
Goodness me.
Get him the ball and let him go to work.
He had 2 there hovering. He got a whack first, then a whack second, and still scored the 2.
Man, there's some talent in this league.
Yeah. He's creeping his way towards double figures. He's got 9 to his name. So 17 to Glover, 10 to Sobey, 9 to Hurts. What a great start for this playoff campaign. Different venue. Doesn't matter. As Cotton gets to the basket and will be fouled.
And Josh King has run across the floor, did 2 push-ups and come back. He is not happy.
So Glover's got his first foul, so no real dangers there, but Cotton to the line again. So 7 of 8 from the foul line, Bryce Cotton. There's still 4 minutes remaining to half-time. Sobey's pass cut off, and then it came off the hands of Doolittle. It's Josh King just saying as long as we get to shoot free throws as well, he's fine. He's hurt. And a two. He continues to draw fouls and score at the same time. And a little bit of a mouth off as well.
Is that 3 on Doolittle?
Yeah, 3 fouls on Doolittle. So John Literally was looking to the bench. No one's come up to replace him at this stage. He's got the 3 fouls and 16 points. What a battle between these two boys.
For me, it's Matt Hurt. Matt Hurt is the key.
Yep.
Because he plays at his own pace. No one rushes him. He gets good shots.
52-51, Webster. Pass a little dangerous to Doolittle. So there will be a change. Doolittle will sit down. And Hiram Harris, who hasn't seen a lot of game time in the second half of this NBL season. That's a big blow for the Cats as they approach half-time. The leading scorer sits down. Who steps up for them now, as Cotton usually does. Got 2 chasing him. Won't go. And a bit of work underneath. So Hiram Harris injected into the game. Got in good position, drew a foul. His coach would like that. So there's some influences there. Do you know that man there is Josh Garlop at the front in the white shirt. Joshy Garlop is brother of Tom Garlop, who played for the Sydney Kings. Kick it forward. He's part of that team. Giorgio Savini and Harry Fitzgerald are there. And then behind them, Benny Stubbs. Sam Stubbs are up there. Reebok influences. We love a bit of Reebok. And we love the influences. They're doing a great job. Do you wear the Reeboks around, Damo? You're a bit of a Reebok man.
No, the Reebok pumps can't go wrong. I just want to know what Garland was looking at that was more important than this game. So
he's just having a little breather. He played
watching the coverage. Yes, he's watching our coverage.
Right. Watching himself. So Sobey to Glover for 3. Man. And he is having a game.
That is a pretty looking shot. He's so confident with it.
Tied up again. Harris to Almanza, to Webster on the charge. Almanza, that one won't go, that he slapped it out of court. Now the refs can have a chat. It'll be a Phoenix ball. Here's Glover on the Amy replay. Beautiful stroke, isn't it? And he has now climbed himself to 20 points. Angus Glover is 5 of 6 from the 3-point land.
That's 20 off the bench.
Yeah. And on when his team was in all sorts of trouble and he turned things around. Sobey, speedy, couldn't make it go. Phoenix crashed the boards though. Hurt, dangerous, into the corner. Sobey, great pass. Sobey finishes the play.
When they move that ball, J-Mo, when they swing that ball, generally something good happens.
If they're not getting an early one in transition, I'd be saying, hey, let's use 15 to 20 seconds of this shot clock, that ball movement from one side to the other, getting penetration, kicking back out. That's when I believe they're at their best.
Then with the chance of Cotton. Harris, inside he goes, and another 2. Still 1 point though, the Phoenix lead. Glover. To Lewis, who's been good. Be nice to see him star on the big stage. As those around the world watch, Sobey continues to star in this game. That was a really cruisy basket. 15 points for him. Through the legs, round the back, Cotton, little firm, but fouls.
And what they've done is they've done a really good job on Cotton. They've taken away the 3-pointer. He's getting to the basket, yes, he's shooting free throws, but he's not knocking down those big threes that he continues to do year in and year out.
He's only attempted 2. It goes to show they're staying on his hip, they're doing whatever it takes to get him off that 3-point line, and then they're collapsing big time. If they can collapse now without fouling, it's going to be a very tough one.
Drops them both. Here's Foxwell. Lewis one-on-one with Wagstaff. Athlete up against the veteran. The athlete wins out on that occasion. Josh King's start as a coach has been incredible, hasn't it? 14 wins from 21. Comparing it to Justin Tatum, who Coach of the Year, when he came in and took over at Illawarra, he was 13 of 21. So King's been better than him in that time. Obviously, Tatum's now taken his team to the top of the table, but that's how good Josh King's been.
Well, I think it started when Sammy Mack took over. They started to build some momentum, and then they did not drop off whatsoever when King came in. He's giving a lot of these players confidence. They're playing the right way. They've all bought into his system, and they play an exciting style of basketball that puts up big points on the board, and when they get down in a stance, they can get some stops themselves.
A change of attitude. He's holding everyone accountable. I don't care who you are. Sober makes a mistake, Sober, you come and sit next to me. So if players know that, then they're going to play hard for you. They're going to respect you. So.
Closing in on half-time, 61-60, high-scoring affair here inside the old jungle. Talking about Sam McKinnon as Sobey nearly has it stripped out of his hands. Now he attacks the basket, pass inside to Hurts, and he's fouled. Sammy McKinnon, obviously, I think it was when he was playing at the Brisbane Bullets, came to town. This crowd can sometimes stir up the opponents and cause a bit cause a bit of friction. And Sammy just walks off after a little chat with a few fans with 2 fingers in the air. Back to him, copped $1,000, 500 per finger. And I just spoke to him before. He said, "Have you got the vision? I wouldn't mind having a look." So we showed him the vision, and he had a bit of a giggle.
He was a hell of a player.
He was.
Basketball runs in the family as well. His son Max is over there killing it for the Pilots in the WCC.
What a response from the Phoenix. For a chance to go in with a lead at halftime after an early blitz from the Perth Wildcats. Henschel up against Hurt. Couldn't make it go. And then Sobey copped one in the eye.
These are some dedicated fans. Hit the man in the eye, and they still
complaining
about the foul.
He's got another one.
Come on, Perth fans. Jeez.
You can only see red, Leonard, as Sobey will go to the line.
I want to see red. He got red, he got blood on him. That's the red you should be looking at.
His eyes all red.
So he's putting together a very good half of basketball after 15 points, 6 assists.
I mean, it's high scoring, isn't it? But look, 1, 2, 3, 4 in double figures already for the Phoenix. And 3 in double figures for the Perth Wildcats.
Sobey's missed 3 or 4 free throws, so. But that's the Sobey you want to see. Get other guys involved. Because he was in Brisbane, he was a takeover king. It was all about him getting it done for the team. He's got to help now. He can pass that ball around.
He's caught. Now for a 3. Rebound again. Sobey's hauling in a few. He's doing it everywhere. Defensive end and in offense. Foxwell trying to take on Cotton, had it stripped out of his hand. Still got the ball back and scored the 2.
That's tough.
They've got all the answers. Out to 7 now. Henschel nearly travelled. Cotton couldn't receive it. Windler will keep it back in play.
Veteran play right there. Jesse Black.
100% veteran play. Smart play.
Malik Lewis just looks at his coach, who has a bit of a yell at him. There's only seconds too on the shot clock. So Jesse sucked him in and he'll go to the line. Only 2 players currently active in the NBL have played in this arena. You mentioned Jesse, and who's the other one? 2 active players in the NBL.
Chris Golding? Chris Golding?
Chris Golding is the man.
Of course. He would have been a DP here representing the Wildcats.
Yeah, he was. Yep. So we've got a timeout, 67-62. What a performance it's been by Phoenix after a really slow start. And in the Tangerine timeout, Kelsey earlier on caught up with the man of this game so far, Matt Hurt.
Matt, firstly, I want to say congratulations, a finalist in the MVP last night at the Gazies. How does it feel coming in for your first season, knowing that you're in those discussions and top 3 in the league?
Yeah, it's an honor. Obviously, I want to congratulate Bryce and Kendrick Davis for absolutely an amazing season for them as well. Obviously, congrats to Bryce for winning it all. Hopefully, we can take them down tonight. But, nah, it's amazing, man. I just have great teammates, great coach that push me every day. And I wouldn't be at this point right now if I didn't have them. So shout out to them and all credit to them.
Sensational season for that man. And he's putting on a show here tonight as well, Matt Hurd. He's got the 14 points. So, did they get it right? You were happy with, well, the top three was pretty much going to be always the top three, wasn't it?
There's so much talent in this league, though. It's amazing. You know, being at the awards last night, it's amazing to see all the talent. And every year it gets better and better. And we say that every year, but it's the truth.
So the Cats need to stop here, Lennart, because it's out to 5 points and it's approaching half-time. Phoenix will go in with a load of confidence if they can score here. Wieskamp to Foxwell. Sobey with the hot hands. Wants to take on Harris. Shoot away. Doesn't go. Now Munza. 3 seconds on the clock. The pass to Harris. Sends it up and misses. Phoenix will be wrapped with their performance so far in this first half of basketball. They put on 67 points to 62 after a really slow start in the game. They were just 2 points in the first 3 or 4 minutes, and since then they've been dynamic.
Game of roller coasters off the back of different individuals stepping up at different times. For Southeast Melbourne, you can look down that bench going, okay, for 2 minutes it was you, for 4 minutes it was you, so on and so forth. An amazing 20 minutes of basketball.
Let's go to Ali Maley, who has a star of the game.
Angus, in game 150, you've come out with 24 points in the first half. How does it feel to be out there right now?
Yeah, I'm just trying to do my job for the team right now. We dug ourselves out of a hole there in that first quarter, and to be up at halftime, I'm pretty happy, but job's not done.
So what's the focus then going into this second half of basketball? Like, what do you take out of like the success that you guys had in that comeback?
The 50-50 balls, rebounding, and we stay off the rest. We can get out and do what we want. But for us, it's all key. Getting stops, get out, push and transition, and the rest is going to work out.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's been a star, don't you worry about that. And the Phoenix have the lead at halftime, 67 to 62.
the clock.
14 points, 4 boards for Jesse Wagstaff and an excellent catch. Cotton's up to 39. Kings have had enough.
Take your game from the local court to the big time. Step onto an NBL court after the final buzzer. Backing local ballers is just the beginning.
Welcome back to the Hungry Jacks NBL. The seeding qualifier is not disappointing. Perth got out to a hot start, 20 points in that first quarter, and then Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, well, they clawed their way back. Angus Glover has been big, Nathan Sobey. There's been so much to talk about in this first half. It's a pleasure to have you with us for halftime. I'm Kelsey Brown, here with Damien Martin and Leonard Copeland. Damien, that first half has been huge.
It's been absolutely massive, a game of roller coasters, but as we look at the statistics, the two things that stand out to me, 25-16 the rebound count. That is why the Wildcats are still in this game after an incredible start, but then been on the back foot the remainder of it. And the amount of free throws, if my math serves me correctly, that's 49 free throws between the two teams so far. That is not pretty basketball.
And you know what? What they've done is they've kept Cotton off the three-point line, and that makes a huge difference. You're right, this game is so up and down, I had to take my jacket off. I'm sweating like I'm playing, man.
It is hot in here, and you know who else has been hot? Angus Glover. He has the red hair. He's absolutely killing it out there. He has been nailing it from that three-point line.
He's been on fire. He's shooting it from deep. This is so much confidence. I love the way he plays both ends of the floor. But what they're doing is they're finding him. They're swinging the ball starts in Sobey's hands, they're moving it around, and then he's getting a wide-open jump shot.
He's taken the game upon himself, though. He was watching this game from the sideline, came off the bench when the team was already down double digits on the road. This could easily be a 20-point difference in favour of the Wildcats. Instead, Angus, as soon as he was subbed in, he's just gone whack, whack, whack from behind the three-point line. And as we look at his Blackmore shot chart, he has been super efficient, just the one missed shot so far.
You know what's wrong with that? He hadn't taken enough shots. Are you kidding me? Separate. I'm getting up 10 more shots.
Well, another big score is it's a franchise record in the first half for Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Their previous best score was 62. Let's move on to the Perth Wildcats. Keanu Pinter got going early, then came along Bryce Cotton, then came along this man, Christian Doolittle, but he got in some foul trouble too.
Look, you know, we spoke about him earlier, and you said, Damo, middle of season, he changed his game. Something had to happen. I don't know if he had a talk with Willie or what, but he's going offensive now. He's still a great defensive player, but the way he shoots the ball now, you look to get him the ball a little bit more.
I'll be trying to draw that foul. Fourth foul, the second he steps back on the court. Keanu Pinter went to the bench after a hot start with 2 early fouls. Christian goes to the bench with 3 fouls. I'm going at him.
I spoke at the top about the impact Matt Hurt is going to have on this game, but I think Christian Doolittle has quelled his impact a little bit. What do you think, Leonard?
Look, they're both very good players. Doolittle, Hurt, I'm taking either one of those guys. I love the way they both play.
Matt Hurt, I think, also has been huge for Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. He's not in our highlights package, but Matt Hurt.
You called him out.
I did.
Crossed you and said he's got 0 points, he needs to do something, and then he wanted a scoring spree, so I credit you for his...
Thank you. I will take credit for that. So what's at stake tonight? The winner goes through to meet Melbourne in a semi-final. The loser goes on to meet whoever wins out of Sydney and Adelaide. Can you explain the finals here to us, Damo?
Look, no, I think you explained that beautifully, but I think whoever wins this, you can put your feet up, you can rest, and if you lose, you've got to back up quickly against a team that's coming off a win in an elimination game.
Leonard, you spoke to me earlier. Maybe you don't want the extended break, though.
Yeah, sometimes when you have an extended break, it kills your momentum, you know, so I'd love to win games and stay relevant.
We have a massive game coming up on Thursday as well. Sydney and Adelaide coming up. We cannot wait to get that one underway. But we've got 20 minutes left here. Who knows what's going to happen?
And the winner, well, it's maybe he'll be up here presenting awards pretty soon. It's the legend himself, Bryce Cotton from the Perth Wildcats.
Cotton again. He's just letting him go. This is an incredible performance. There's Bryce. Oh, one way then the other. Oh, Bryce Cotton! My goodness me!
Nothing is beyond the man. He goes from half court.
And they've got the human flag throw. Oh, my! And Bryce Cotton cannot be stopped. We're privileged to have him in this competition. Bryce Cotton, the 5th MVP award. He's had 16 points, Damo, so far in the game. And if he stays, he could win 6, 7, 8, 9, however many.
I don't see him slowing down whatsoever. I think this was his best performance overall, but a lot of incredible seasons by a lot of different players, and obviously Justin Tatum with the Coach of the Year award.
And what about your award, Shea Illy? No surprise there. What a little terrier he is.
Oh, he's one of my favourite players in the league. You know, Wani Swaka, the Bullock, he's been brilliant all season. Will Magno was another finalist when it came to the Defensive Player of the Year award. Shea Illy wins games off the back of defence. He comes up with possession after possession, time and time again.
Why didn't you ask me about defense? You think I didn't play defense? What are you saying? Like?
I was coming to you with the next generation.
Ah, here we
go. Prolific player, and we look forward to seeing where he goes. Absolutely. In the NBA draft.
Absolutely, Lucky. Thanks for that.
60 points in 15 minutes for the Phoenix. At a 39-point second term. They were red hot. Can they continue it? Here's Wieskamp up against Windler. Got the hand in, but the foul as well.
Wrong move to the basket. The message was to move that ball around and get a good shot.
So, Lockie, I'm not here to embarrass you or correct you.
I know.
However,
you're going to embarrass me.
However.
You know, you have mates, right? You have mates that look after you, not pot you.
Well, this mate has looked after me.
Yeah.
Because I've had a message from Mitch Norton, the little wombat.
Yes. Okay.
He also played in the challenge.
And Jason Cadee as well.
Hey, congrats to Jason Cadee announcing his retirement. Incredible career. Almost was never going to come to fruition after that horrible.
Yes, ripping fella too. Jason, well done to you. Sonny Blanchfield a chance to win a title as well with Illawarra. Hello to Mitch Norton. Yes, apologies. He would have been about 12 then when he was playing. Here's Foxwell. Hunter from behind. Nearly scored. The pass, Doolittle. Back to Henschel. Defense really good. They covered all the spots. Doolittle now will have to put it on the floor. Work inside. Under pressure. Didn't matter. 2 points.
Just tough. Just patient. Doing it his way.
And they can't stop him defensively, so go at him offensively. Try and pick up that 4th team foul and force JR to take him to the bench.
In the face there for Wieskamp. Essentially, just bombs away. It was a bit of a rush shot, trying to get himself in amongst the action. He's got the 3 points to his name. Sobey has been terrific. That time just couldn't make the play. Bit of momentum here for the Cats. This man needs to try and get him going. Doolittle with the rebound. Pinder attacks it and runs into a little bit of trouble.
The referee put the whistle away.
Yeah. Foul.
Oh, I knew I was going to hear it. I'm going to hear it soon.
And he's in trouble, in big foul trouble, Christian Doolittle. And we're going to challenge just because he's got 4. That's what Doolittle said. Challenge it, mate. I've got 4. So, John Riley is going to have a crack here. 67-62. Copes, this is a big one in the terms of the context of this game, isn't it? He sits for a long time if he sits on 4, and he's been, well, he has been the Cats' best player, not the best player on the court, but he's been the best player for the home team. Here's the AAMI Coaches Challenge.
Absolutely, it's a big one. This is his 4th. He has to sit, take away some offensive talent, and some defensive talent.
You wouldn't think he gets that one.
No, I think his right arm does make contact.
Unsuccessful.
You were trailing. Get down the floor.
68-62.
The good thing is, though,
That's the score.
they got Pender who can get going as he's shown in the first quarter. Just got to stay out of foul trouble. But if I'm Southeast Melbourne, straight away I'm going down on that box right now. Get Matt Hurt involved. Let's see what they can do with it. Because
Who can they match up on Matt Hurt as well? That's the big question. You know, Almanza, the longer arms, but inexperienced, and Pinder is prone to getting in foul trouble as well.
That's why I think it's a great decision to go for it, to go at it.
So Hunter to the line. He gets the first. What about Nordo? Could have just texted me direct instead of going to you.
Well, last time he texted you, you responded, "New phone, who dis?" As soon as he left the Wildcats, all of a sudden, oh, what you read?
That's so funny because I use that same.
All right, so that's handy points for the Phoenix. 4 points the margin. Henschel charging down the other end of the courts. Sobey will get called for the foul.
It's only Sobey's second foul.
Henschel gets some valuable ones for the Cats.
One.
Brings it back to 2. Foxwell, Wieskamp, Pinder, and Windler. Oh, Windler reaching in. He's in a little bit of trouble there. Got out of position, and Hunter finished the play with a nice left-hander. Here's Henschel. Having to go the fade away. It's short. He'll get his rebound back again. Then it was cut off by Hurt. Long arms from Matt Hurt. Here's Sobey. Just doesn't make the play.
They got lucky there. Keanu bailed out a little bit. He doesn't want to pick up that third foul.
Here is Pinder, and he's fouled down to the basket. Who's the spark that's needed here? I mean, the obvious answer is Bryce Cotton, but aside from him, who do the Cats need to...
Oh, the man is going to the free throw line now. He started the game. He was the best on the floor for the first 5 or 6 minutes when the Wildcats went on that run to start the game. He goes to the bench because of the foul trouble. You cool down. You lose a bit of that momentum. Can he find his groove again?
And I mentioned at halftime, Southeast Melbourne's done a good job of running these guys off the three-point line. A couple of threes to get the crowd involved. It'll open things up for everyone.
He drops them both, and we're back to 2. This is the qualifier. Winner goes through to the semis. Loser got some work to do. We go to a knockout stage. Oh, my goodness!
What?
He not only dunked it, he rammed it into the hoop.
He knows it too. He knows it.
Oh, he finds his way back. That rattled the whole stadium. Here's the Amy replay. The building shook.
Did he change hands in midair?
Look at this.
Oh dear. That shook the crowd.
He had a couple of goes at that a few weeks back at RAC Arena. He likes this hoop a little better as Cotton puts his head down. And Foxwell will be called for the foul. Geordie Hunter. My heart's beating just a little bit more. Donald Stentz going to get a workout at the moment.
Well, Lucky, you know you used to do that back in the day, didn't you?
Yeah.
You were like that, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. Not as powerful as that. That was a beauty.
Hang on, so you're claiming the dart, just not the power behind it.
Yeah, okay. On the 2-footer in the backyard. The 5-footer or whatever it was. Pass inside, Hurt to the corner. Lewis again, big points coming, no. Drop the bomb. Webster with a lot of speed and a lot of steps. Could make it go. Hurt grabs the rebounds. Wieskamp up against Almanza. Pinder over the top. Swats it away. Finals basketball at its best. Annalie Maley will come to you in a moment. Let's have another look on the Amy replay. Whack goes Keanu Pinder. Annalie, take it away.
Hey, look, I'm standing next to some medics and I can see you sweating from all the way over here after the dunk, and then that block right there. Just give you a heads up if you need me to send him over.
You might need to fill in, Annalie. Here's a good double team. Lewis passing inside.
Yeah, that was 5 seconds. That could have been 7 seconds. Yeah. He was in there for a while.
5 seconds, 6 seconds. Called for it anyway.
Let's go, Wildcats! Let's go! Let's go!
Maybe now a little bit of momentum. Crowd trying to get involved. Kenyon all over him. Screen set by Pinder. Pass inside. A little quick from Webster. Almanza couldn't trap it. Glover back onto the courts.
They're staying loud all night long.
Quick hands there on the Amy replay as well. And Lewis, here's Pinder backing in against Hurt. Such great touch. When he's on song, has such great touch. Can do it off balance as well. Must respond now, the Phoenix. And Sobey, smart play, does exactly that. Drawing a foul. Cotton with that one. So spread of scorers so far. Angus Glover with the 20 to half-time. Sobey on 17, Hurt on 14. Lewis, well done to him, 10 points. Bryce Cotton on the 18. So too as Doolittle, who's sitting down with 4 fouls. And Pinder has 16. No desperate foul trouble. There's a few threes there for South East, but nobody at this stage on 4.
It's finals basketball. You got to expect that.
Sobey nails an important one. 2 points again. Sound like a broken record. Pinder has the ball stolen out of his hands. Sobey on the break. Settles it down. Hurt is the target. He takes on Almanza with the body. He still gets the 2.
Not only is he strong, he's smart, though. He knows how to use his body.
Here's Bryce with the 2. Quick response from Perth.
Only his 3rd field goal of the game is getting all his points at the free throw line. So he'll enjoy seeing that one drop. A great job by Nathan Sobey at the other end in transition. There's nothing there. He waited for Hurt to get down the court. Now he's up to 7 assists of his own.
Here's Glover, quick into the corner. Sobey been so active. He is a crucial player in this game and not letting down the Phoenix.
Let some people in the stands know about it, didn't he?
Yeah. Almanza. Lewis has him. Screen set. Big time. Pinder in the corner from outside. Keanu Pinder. 31% from the three-point line. They needed that one, though. That's over this season as Glover has been spot on that occasion. Cotton got the double team. Pinder again, surely not. Resisted the temptation. Goes to his normal game. As I said, off balance, doesn't matter. He drops in a 2.
He's a different player now, isn't he? He went through a stretch mid-season where I think he lost a little confidence. He wasn't playing a lot of minutes. Whenever
he's hurt, out of control. There is a couple of fouls in there. He's a confidence man, though, isn't he?
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
he wants to be the best player on the court. If he's given the chance, he usually is up to the challenge. So at the moment, he's on 21 points. Sobey has the game high of 22. Does well. He's going to rest up. Wagstaff back on.
This is a real battle. You wouldn't want it any other way. Oh, maybe you guys would probably want it any other way.
Just some impartial commentators, coach.
He's pinned up.
Oh.
So going to be a blocking. They're going to have a chat. So one had a blocking and one had an offensive foul. This will be interesting. There we go. Hunter will be called for it.
But I love when the referees get together and talk about it, though.
And you hear that
as
well, which is handy. So 4 fouls for Jordan Hunter as well. A few key players in a little bit of trouble.
That's good, thanks, guys. Bad foul, but you bring back Matt Hurt.
He's only got a couple as well. Got a few early, Matt Hurt. But, he's kept his hands out since early in the game. Binder is putting together a nice game right now. He's up to 23.
7 for 8 from the field. That's impressive.
A couple of rebounds as well. We might go to Kelsey for the game insight, thanks to Han Ultra Zero Carb. How good, Kels? As Hurt goes to the baskets. Take it away again, Kels.
Matt Hurt on cue. I was going to talk about him again. He came to the bench for about 30 seconds, told everyone on the bench, no one can guard me, and then went back out when Jordy Hunter got that 4th foul. He's out there, and on cue, he's gone and delivered. But he did go via the block and talk smack to Jesse Wagstaff. So I'm loving Matt Hurt at the moment. Killing it.
Yeah, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, man.
He's out to 21. Margin 3. Webster trying to speed up the game. Now it's pinned up. Can Hurt guard him? No, he can't. It's a foul for Matt Hurt. I suppose that's the only way you're going to stop Matt Hurt. Right. Try and get him in foul trouble. He's got the 3 now.
That is right.
And if Matt Hurt thinks no one can guard him at one end, I think Keanu Pinder's feeling the same thing at the other.
There he is there with a bit of a response, trying to make it a 3-point play.
Defense, everybody!
Tying up again. It's an arm wrestle. We're loving it. Foxwell gets away from the double team. Hurt again. That time swatted away. Foxwell couldn't make the play. Cotton now into the corner. Windler to the speed of Webster. There goes Pinder for 2. Crowds come alive. Cats have stolen back the lead. Wieskamp. Now Foxwell looked outside, had to go with a floater, smooth as you like. You beauty.
Yeah. So cool on that runner.
That was just a natural shot, wasn't it? Good hands too to slow Cotton down. He drives through the key. Webster, Wagstaff. Bit of a rock there for Jesse. Slaps his hands in frustration.
Oh, roll it in.
Webster's grabbing onto her at the moment. Here's Foxwell. Needs to get it to the other side. Decides to shoot, though. Because Hurd had a real mismatch, didn't he, in Webster?
Yeah, needed the weak side, big flashing there. A little high-low, they would have got an easy two.
Got pass inside. Webster providing the energy.
And that's when the ball watching. Cotton's got the ball up top, not knowing where he's going to go. Everyone's looking at him with the ball. Great back door.
A little bit of leaning in from Jai Webster. The score, we've got a minute to go to three-quarter time. The score is 90-88. Can you believe that?
It's just been relentless. Both teams are pushing the ball. Both teams are trying to score within the first 8 seconds of the shot clock. And obviously both teams are getting rewarded with their aggressive play by getting to the free throw line if the original shot doesn't drop.
What would your old coach, Rob Beveridge, be saying if the score was 90-88?
We're training after this game. We're going to get in a defensive stance. We're 40 minutes on the clock and we will not need a basketball.
And it's not like they're not playing defense. It's just some very talented offensive players out there. And it's showing.
And the speed of the game's been enjoyable as well, hasn't it? Up and down the court. This kid's, man, take a bow, Angus Glover. That has been a superb performance. 22 points. We know he can do it because we've seen it on the grand final stage.
Well, he saved the game for him.
Yeah.
The reason this game is tied up is off the back of that 5-minute spurt that Angus Glover had coming off the bench in the first quarter.
He's caught to Windler. Puts it up.
Oh, that's pretty.
So they probably need him to come to play just a touch more. Set to 6 rebounds with his 9 points. Foxwell out wide. Sobey, plenty of time. Had too much time. Pinder with the board. Cotton. Almanza can get a little finger roll in as well. 4 points now, the Cats lead. Inside he goes, under pressure, couldn't get it. All the momentum with Perth. Bryce says, give it to me. I got 13 seconds to wield some magic. Right on three-quarter time. The MVP hands it off. Big build-up. Webster decides to shoot. It's a little short. And Sobey called for the foul.
Sobey's not happy.
As Windler went to try and get the boards.
Sobey's still chirping about the play before that when he thought he got fouled.
And it'll be shots as well.
Josh King's giving us a look as if to say, come on, fellas.
What can we do?
What can we do? Exactly, man.
Bernard, go and have a chat to the refs, mate.
Hey, man.
Just go and have a chat. So there's behaviour warning on Nathan Sobey as well. Just got to keep your head inside this venue, don't you? And that is a lesson.
It's tough. It's tough to do, though.
Did you cop many tech fouls in your playing days?
I think I led the league. Tech fouls my first year. No lie. I'm sure I did.
So Windler drops in the 2, and it's going to be a 6-point margin at three-quarter time. Cats have turned it around. We got 1 quarter to play. It's 96-90. The Catties by 6.
Well, the Wildcats came to play in that third. They finished at 96-90 in front of the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. 4 fouls for Christian Doolittle, but that didn't matter. Keanu Pinder got busy. He's got 28 points to three-quarter time. Geordie Hunter for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, he pulled them in and he said, we do not give up. We do not let this slip. We do what we have to do. Annalie Maley, you were listening into the Wildcats.
Yeah, opposite to we do not give up. The Wildcats were saying we do not give in. They just wanted to keep pounding it down their throats, and there was a lot of positive talk about this is the way that we play basketball, this is the style of basketball that we want to play. A bit more colourful language was used than that, and JR's main message in quarter time was to stay on the glass and to really punish them in that area.
Good on you, Annalie. So good start here for the Phoenix, forced a turnover. And then out of court, so draws their own turnover. Big game for Keanu Pinder at the moment. He's got a total of 9 rebounds and 28 points. Turned it on in that third quarter.
Speaking of rebounds, Perth 38 rebounds to 23. That makes a massive difference.
Good stat there. Nathan Sobey's 22 and 8 assists. Here's Widler to Almanza. Sloppy basketball from both teams to start this final term. Everything on the line. Semi-final berth. Wieskamp had Pinder jumping. Sobey put it on the floor. Carved his way through. Just couldn't make it go, though.
I got Glover in this game right now. I'm bringing Glover in straight away. He probably would have started for me in that fourth quarter because he makes things happen.
The Energizer Bunny. Here's Pinder against Wieskamp. Pinder will draw the foul. Lots of body contact and hands in the ends. Doolittle is the one that's still sitting. Got the 4 fouls. Hunter is on the 4 fouls, but he is on the court. So a little bit of risk-taking here for Josh King. He gets the first.
Keanu Pinder now 9 of 10 from the field, 9 of 9 from the free throw line.
Oh, you just jinxed him now. Here we go.
One shot.
Perfect, thank you.
I knew it. I had it. You see that? What is wrong with
And
you,
he
bro?
gets another one.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, here we go.
Hang on.
So about the scoring, we talked about 97-90, 39-point second quarter to the Phoenix 34-point, and a technical foul on Josh King. The tech will go on the coach for the Phoenix. 97-90, it is the score. And coach, there are some venues, and I know I'm harping on about it. Tasmania had that influence last year during the grand final series. Just a real buzz about it, lots of noise. Can really make opposition teams angry. This venue in particular is very intimidating. It might only be 4,000 or 4,000 here, but they're right over the top of you. They're in your face, and it's a different game to say an RAC arena.
Absolutely, it is. You're right. They're right here on the sidelines, yelling and screaming on every play. And the noise level, you can't hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
So it can be very intimidating.
I've seen a lot of players come to town and just be completely put off their game. Phoenix have done really well. They need now to just focus on what they've been doing well. Forget about the referees and all the fouls. Shoot the basketball. Try and get some points. That was good aggression at the hoop. And reaching it again. Foxwell called for that.
Would love for him just to hold that ball just that little bit longer, wait for her to get his positioning. Good defense by Almanza, but I think Hurt was just waiting to try and get a post up there. He needs to see more of the ball.
Go to their main man, says Damien Martin. We've got 8:46 to play. Cotton shoots, misses. Hunter takes it and then gets fouled.
It's on Pinder.
That's a crucial one as well. He's got the 30 to his name. That's his third foul. Phoenix need to score here. Get themselves back on a bit of a roll. This man has a chance to do it. Hurt. Good option in the end. Just gets his way in. And it's an offensive foul.
No, and one.
And one. Sorry, what did I say offensive? It was a block and one. Yeah, sorry.
You got a little excited there.
Yeah, I did. Said the wrong word, Coach.
The physicality of this game, though, whoever does lose, they're going to wake up sore tomorrow. We're going to have to back it up in a couple of days' time.
He scores another. 99-93 now is that score. The score will change there on your screen. So back to 6 points the margin. Henschel, we're right behind it. And he drops it. Screen set by Hunter. Sobey left alone on the foul line. Oh, this was a little off balance. Here's Cotton. Doolittle back on. Good hands. Foxwell slides along the floor. Kept it to his team's advantage. Sobey inside to Hurt. Spinning against two. And a tap in from Hunter.
Great hands by Hurt.
7 points now, 102 to 95. Doolittle, Pinder, settles himself. What a game from Keanu.
He loves this crowd, doesn't he?
Loving the big stage. 10 points now. Foxwell, firm, Doolittle with the boards. Windler. Josh King wants a timeout. 107-95 the score. 7 minutes remaining, gents. Cats on a bit of a roll right now, 12 points that margin.
They're on a roller, right, but we've seen this from both teams already in this game. It's been a game of roller coasters, but they've got to make sure if you're Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, you're the next team that goes on the run. You cannot afford for this to get to 12, 14, 16, 18. This has got to be back in single digits sooner rather than later.
And if I'm Southeast Melbourne, I'm going inside. I mean, you got a couple of guys on foul trouble. Pender's on 3, but he doesn't want to foul anymore. Doolittle's got 4. I'm throwing right inside the Matt Hurt and let him do his thing.
12 points at margin. It's been a big swing to start this final term. Cats are enjoying a good second half as opposed to the Phoenix, who are terrific for 15 minutes in that first half. Pinder leading the way with 33 points.
Everybody's knocking down jump shots in this place, man. What's going on?
Even the guy at the timeout knocking down jumpers. So.
Eyes closed, he threw something up and it went in.
So there's the spread of scorers quarter by quarter. The 39-pointer for the second term for the Phoenix, 34 for the Wildcats, and it's 11-5 in this final term. 12 points. Not the biggest margin in the game, but Phoenix need to score to stop it from getting a little out of control. Still a load of time to go. Cotton. Doolittle. Henschel for 3. A swisher.
One thing about the Perth Wildcats, they know how to celebrate, don't they?
15 points. Glover, aggressive. Swatted away by Doolittle. Hurt for 3. They need this. Doesn't go. Momentum all with the Cats now. 6 to go. Doolittle. The jump shot won't go. You can see he's just a little hesitant. The 4th foul. Doesn't want to give a charging foul. He's Henschel, hands and knees. Cotton. Round the back he goes. Oh! He's bringing the crowd alive now. Couple of changes for the Phoenix. Jimmy replay. It's an 18-point margin now. A destructive fourth term from the Perth Wildcats. .5:44 remaining. Spot in the semis up for grabs.
And the loser plays who?
The winner of the Adelaide-Sydney game. But we'll host it, of course.
Right.
We'll host that one. Big news, of course, repeating that about Xavier Cooks. Won't be playing. 70 units all over that one. Sure we'll hear more about it in coming days as Reece Camp was aggressive. Doesn't make it go. Ball bobbles around. Henschel on the break. And reaching in is Lewis. Fouls are 28-24. It's been a lot of them.
A lot of free throws.
Yes. What are the free throws at the moment there?
I was kind of thinking of, let's go
49 of 42 and 26 of 33. There's a lot of free throws. As the shot goes up from the MVP. Pinder steals it on a break. Watch out! The jungle is alive! And Keanu Pinder is in the house.
He's really put on a show tonight. 11 of 12 from the field.
35 points for Keanu Pinder. 10 rebounds as well. He has had some sort of game. Tangerine timeouts. There he is there. They needed someone to stand up when Doolittle got in a little foul trouble. Keanu said, I'm the man to do it. We might check in now with Josh King. He's got a bit of work to do.
Hey, play fast here. Hey, we're going to go hustle 5. And just shoot the ball, man. If you're open, play fast and shoot these last 5 minutes. Hey, the ball goes inside. Be physical, a lot of hands and bodies, one-on-one inside. Let's go.
I love that. Last 5 minutes, look, just play through it. We got a second chance, and you spoke about it. You don't want that. What do they do? They have a second chance. They want to go into that next game full of confidence, shoot the ball, get yourself going. You've done a good job here. You lost it in the fourth quarter, but you made some runs, which you got to be proud of as well.
22-5 in this final term. About to tick over 5 minutes.
It was 96-90 coming into this quarter, so the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix have probably only played 8 poor minutes of basketball. How they started the game, how they started the fourth. Outside of that, they've been potentially the better team.
23 points. An incredible run from the Cats. Here's Windler. Henschel again. Pinder tried to tap it in from the other side of the ring. Glover, quick ball movement. Wieskamp didn't make the shot go. He was frustrated, wanted a foul. Cotton through the legs a couple of times. Doolittle back to Cotton. Little jumper on this occasion, his shorts. Adanovich for 3. Doesn't go. That's what the coach wanted. Just shoot if you're open. See what you can do. The Cats will ride this one out. Cotton, step back. Short again for the MVP. Kenyon, the pressure. Here's Lewis through the keyway he goes, and Pinder's fouled him, but he scores the 2. Well done, young man. He can walk away from this game happy with his performance, and the scouts will like it as well. They especially like that passage of play up against a big man like Keanu Pinder.
Absolutely.
I think he wants to keep playing. He's not happy about having to go to the bench. He's got 35. He wants to get to 40, but I think JR's thinking of the bigger picture, and that is a semi-final.
He probably said, yeah, I want 35, man.
On fire, bro. Leave me in the game.
Give me a chance for a 40. Wagstaff to Cotton. Also forces the blocking foul. Points, that margin. Here's Doolittle looking to get to Cotton. And that pass was a little too tricky from Jesse Wagstaff. Will settle for a 3. And he walks off the court at the end of the game with a really impressive stat line as well. At the moment, it's 25 points.
Yeah, he's been solid the whole game.
Doolittle's pass into the corner. Windler put it up really high. Doolittle got pressure from behind and in front, and he still gets the 2. It's 120 to 100.
That is a lot of points. Man, my kind of game right there. Get it up.
This has been disgusting.
Here's Glover again. Lewis. Here's Wieskamp. Needs some luck and some confidence going into the next game. He'll get another crack at it. That time, rattled around. That was unlucky. Shakes his hands. Can't believe it.
And that's the guy you need to get going. That's the guy who needs to see that ball go through the hole, because when they play again on Sunday, you're going to need him.
Yep. Bryce shooting. Bryce missing again. He's at 27, Bryce, in the game. Under 2 minutes to play now in this game. Why not shoot Angus Glover? We're just going to ride this one out. So the Perth Wildcats will meet Melbourne United in the semi-finals. Here's Wagstaff. They've got a little bit of a break to get themselves up and about for that one. That's going to be a thrilling contest. United will get the 2 home games. Here's Glover. Of course, Phoenix will wait for the winner of Adelaide and Sydney. They'll play host to that game. Pass inside, good. Lewis, well done. Bogdanovic scores the 2, and he'll draw the foul, and there'll be a heap of changes as the Cats will rest their big guns for the next rounds. Sydney also say, let's take off our stars. And, sorry, not Sydney. Phoenix also say, let's take off our stars and rest them up, because it's a quick turnaround. Let's go courtside to Kelsey for a game inside, thanks to Hahn Ultra Zero Carb. How good, Kelsey?
You spoke before about the high scoring of this game. 22 points for Perth at the moment. 123 is the most points by Perth in a finals game ever. That is in danger.
Certainly is, Kels. In it to try and get through that one. Pepper.
Up on your feet, Perth! Standing on your feet!
Now Aguera. Pepper needs to get it up, and it was blocked. Coming from the side, Pepper will get his first minutes of the game, which is interesting. We haven't seen him so far in this game.
Probably a shorter rotation than what we're accustomed to when it comes to the Wildcats, but when you've got Benny Henschel doing his thing, Doolittle got going, trying to find minutes for all these talented players, sometimes that is not there.
Review the clock. Let's check how many seconds on the shot clock it'll be. 122 to 103. 0.7 it'll be. Just going to fix that up. At the moment it says 0.2. We're under a minute. There it is there. 0.7. We're under a minute to play. Aguera! Misses and misses again. He'll have another go. Might miss that one. And then couldn't take the boards. So it'll be a Wildcats ball, but a review to check it out. Over to Quera. Another one who was starting a few weeks back but not getting minutes, so things change a little bit, don't they, when the playoffs come around. We're reviewing this one.
That's a good thing about having so much talent on a team, though. If somebody's down, you know, you always got backup. And I speak about Illawarra Hawks. Their bench is probably the strongest bench in this league. That's why they've been so good the whole year.
So we reviewed it, and it'll be a Phoenix ball. Time will tick away. You've been amongst the action. Duke as well. Getting a piece of the action. Bogdanovic will shoot away. As it go, and Harris will take the board. So can, as Chell said, the Cats score a couple more and get their highest ever finals basketball score. Pepper was defended well.
In the words of Kevin Bacon, let's dance!
Also Nance stepping back and then shooting. That was Shorts. On the break, Kenyon up against Aquera. He'll get a little two. Will Perth ride it out now? I think they will. Time will tick away. The Cats are through to the semi-finals. And the Kings have one more life left. They'll play the winner of Sydney and Adelaide's. It was a destructive Perth Wildcats in that second half. They turned it on, poured in the points, and they moved through to the next rounds. Keanu Pinder, the star of the game. He had 35 points and 11 rebounds as well. And on the flip side, Angus Glover was terrific, 25 points for him. He led the charge. Spread actually to the Phoenix, 24 to Hurt, 22 to Nathan Sobey. And then on the Wildcat side of things, Bryce Cotton just a lazy 27 points.
Lazy 27, 14 of which came from the free throw line. But the big three for the Wildcats all stood up when it mattered. As you went through those numbers, a nice even spread, but those three guys, when they got going, they were unstoppable. Keanu Pinder, he started so well, spent a lot of time on the bench in foul trouble, to be able to come back after extended minutes on the bench and deliver what he did. Just a phenomenal individual performance by KP.
Certainly was. We'll catch up with a few of the players and have a chat about this game and what's next for them. What do we think for the Phoenix? It'll be a bit soul-destroying, but a chance to go back in front of their home fans to get themselves through.
Yeah, they've got enough time to rest up. They'll jump on a plane tomorrow, get back to Melbourne, do a bit of recovery, get on court, start preparing to scout. They'll be totally fine. They've had a great regular season. It wasn't the performance they wanted to put on tonight here in Perth, but I'll back them to get the job done on Sunday.
Football locker player of the game, foot locker player of the game is Keanu Pinder. He's with Natalie right now.
35 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. How did it feel to be out there tonight?
You know, I just went out there and played as hard as I could. You know, winning finals is what it's about. So, you know, we got to come out there and play as hard as I can, and I do that tonight.
And like playing in front of the Red Army, different court. A different court, playing in front of different arena. How did it feel to be playing on this court tonight?
Felt very weird, but yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's a bit different, but you know, we came out there and hooped tonight, so yeah.
Good luck for the rest of finals. It was awesome to watch.
A career high for Keanu Pinder. That was a massive game. He certainly came to play. 122-105, the final score. The Cats through to the semis. 17 points was the final margin here at the old jungle. 122 to 105. The Perth Wildcats through to the semi-finals. They got the job done. Emphatic second half performance. We'll see them take on Melbourne United. The stats will be interesting viewing. Leonard, you picked up on it. The rebounding was something that really stood out.
Look, you know, Southeast Melbourne played a great game. Josh King will be proud of him. But to, lose by 21 rebounds, 57, 36